All right, we're going to call the meeting to order from the Old Webster Special Business District Advisory Commission. Any visitors' comments? No visitors, great. Approval of the October minutes.
Motion. I'll second.
All approved?
Aye.
Old business, rooftop lighting. Guess we don't have Scott here.
No, but he sent a message to Dave and I. And there is no update on the lighting on here. So
I think it's mostly
it sounded like
good.
you had asked everybody to take a look at night.
Right,
to
I did
see
ask that.
if the
Everybody
colors
did that?
and stuff.
And
There's still a lot of lights out.
are there?
Yeah.
On your street?
On Gore, and, like our building's still bad.
Really?
I'm sure.
Okay. I mean, I saw one or two lights out, and there's one or two lights out of mine as well. All right, so
I've seen their trucks in the neighborhood, so they're around.
okay,
Just haven't seen anybody work.
I got you. All right. Okay, decorative parking signs.
They are in process. I saw the design. There is a question about the founding year of Old Webster, because it was founded before the city. So I know that Laura was talking to Dan Warner and talking to Anne McReynolds with the Historical Society. So they're trying to. That's the only.
Like the date?
Yeah,
Like
date
it's like it's going to be established. Right. Okay.
18 something.
Okay.
So that's why we're here, I guess.
Okay.
Whatever that date is. So once they get that, then the artwork will be finalized.
Okay. District pedestrian signs. I mean, Randy's kind of.
That's on the same. I think it's ready to roll.
Okay. Budget report update.
Okay, you got a copy? So send it to you in advance. So that would show you expenses. One of the things that he sent in his email talks about current fiscal year revenue to date is $5,388. Previous year fiscal revenue for the whole year was $109,374. He has a note here. Most revenue comes in the second half of the fiscal year when real estate taxes and business license are due.
Business licenses are due
In the first-
April.
Yeah.
Well, then they,
And that doesn't make any sense.
well, it's in the fiscal year. That'd be. When's the fiscal year start here?
Well, fiscal start
July.
July 1st.
So Q4 fiscal would be.
When we got it.
When they
Okay.
come in,
Okay.
yeah.
All right. So where does it show $5,000?
It doesn't on that.
Okay,
That's
got it. Okay,
expensive.
all right. All right, this is just our expenses.
Right.
Okay, let's go home.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're done.
Like it.
Get your heart rate up.
What's that beeping on my phone?
So we're going over budget report update.
You're doing great, keep on.
You're the only one who knows how to read this, so.
Yeah.
Is that expensive?
Of course, year to date, I guess, or is this the budget?
Well, this is our,
The expense report
Expense report.
as of the one you pulled it would be at the bottom.
everything, which is what was spent, and what we already agreed to spend, minus the signs, which are gonna make it a little bit more. We're gonna take out of our funds. Anybody have any questions?
I mean, I guess comparing this, we'd have to use one of the old spreadsheets that we have to see what the budget was versus where we actually are in comparison, I guess.
Right.
To get a real number. This just says what we spent or what we budgeted to spend or have spent.
It's a good point. So is there any change or?
Right,
Yeah.
it's like we didn't spend some of this monies. Like that 5,000 for jazz and blues, we didn't really spend that.
Right, exactly.
Right, and then. Street dance, we didn't spend that because that was sponsored,
Right.
that's 900 that we're
Right.
still to the positive somehow.
So I have a question. Is this the email that I was on with you, Fran, and Tim, the email from the trade? Is this the amounts that she was wanting
Yeah.
next year?
Right.
Okay,
Yes.
cool.
Well, she wanted it for this year.
I
Yeah,
put it for
right.
the year, but the correct amount is
This is all correct.
Right.
This is,
good.
I actually talked to him and it's not exactly what he said to me. He must have just read one of the lines, but this is actually correct. So that's a good thing.
Yay.
No,
Very good, moving on. You covered everything down to that?
it's a new business.
Okay, excellent. On to new business. We do have some Old Webster Trade Association invoices we need to approve. And random some additional materials on this.
The notes that he said?
Yes.
Yeah,
That,
what he said was, there's two invoices, one for 900 and one for 7,500. Both were voted on and approved in the budget. He just wants the commission to vote and approve again.
yeah, so this is new.
No, we've never done this.
We've never done this before, but
That's
Scott
That is correct.
requested that we approve the expenditure.
Right, I didn't understand this at all when I talked to him, why we're going back. We've already
Approving
approved
new
these things,
Yeah,
and then we spend it, we do our events, and then
And
Yeah,
are we
we're
gonna
approving
have
it.
to do that with everything?
I don't know if that's a new policy or a dollar amount, but I just assume he made the request, we've already approved it. To me, it's kind of a non-issue.
Right.
But
Sure.
I would entertain a motion to approve the Old Webster Trade Association expenditures as
As budgeted.
budgeted.
That's what it is.
As budgeted
As budgeted.
in the approved budget.
I second.
Okay,
So you made the motion, so,
I made the motion.
and you seconded, got it.
All right. Any discussion, comments? Okay, hearing none. All approved? Aye. Any opposed? None. Okay, thank you.
Emerson, I'll just ask you, do you know anything about that being a new thing that we need to do for?
No, the only thing I can think of is that, as we bring budget, we approve the budget. Because it's in the budget, they still bring it back to council.
They do?
for approval
Okay,
for amounts, over 25,000. Okay. But, I think the commissions are just held a little bit different to make sure that it's been done. I guess part of the minutes.
We can get clarity from Scott and
Next time, yeah.
And I don't think it's a bad thing. It's just,
Approving the budget and approving the spending of the budget is kind of two different things.
Mhm.
But I believe the last meeting, you guys approved that, if I'm not mistaken. The amounts.
When we approved the
in the
budget,
budget.
in the budget,
No, I thought last meeting, these dollars amount were.
We approved it, the signs,
Signs.
the 2 hour parking sign.
Because it was a different amount.
It was coming out of a different fund.
Yeah, I would almost be safe to say that because it's in the budget, don't necessarily mean it's approved to be spent. So I guess you just have to be right.
Allocating.
Yeah. Good, but we have to do it all every time, even if it's even if it's under the threshold of 25,000, it's always in the consent agenda that it was approved.
Okay, very good, thank you. All right, next step, January agenda items. Oh, awesome, okay, so the new faces here, just a reminder, we mentioned it last month, but we do not have a December meeting. So our next meeting will be in January, and it looks like on our January meeting, we will have election of the chair and vice chair to this committee. Okay, everybody steps back, I guess. All right.
If you don't show up for the meeting,
Yeah.
So we will have representatives in January, which is good.
Actually, I thought it was this meeting, so that's why I was here so early.
Current chair is myself, vice chair is Mr. Flip. I'm willing to serve again, but I'm also willing to.
I think you're doing a great job.
yeah, I think you're doing a great job.
We'll have that election next
No,
month.
you
right?
have trouble getting up this early.
They,
It's on vacation, no?
right, office is closed. Okay. We're also gonna have the annual report to the city council, that, and then. Yes, we'll look at that's right, we have to determine our designated 2026 events. And this is new as of last year, I believe.
Last year we had.
Last year.
Right.
And the purpose of that is just to identify the events that we as a commission want explicit support from the city. So I believe this past year was Jazz Fest, Street Dance, and that's it.
That's it. And we get 2.
Right.
So,
Those are by far our biggest police events that we need the
Right.
most help with.
and if anyone on the commission has thoughts otherwise, please bring those thoughts next month, but some shows those will probably be the same events for the company. And we'll also begin our budget discussions next month. Okay? Always fun. They're always fun. Hopefully we have more revenue expectations. Thanks. Okay, you're good. Any other comments on January activity? Tim, BDC?
They're trying to plan an after hours gathering in January.
I don't know, it's tough because it's the first Tuesday after the second Thursday of it's. Yeah,
What was the final decision on advertising? The BDC?
That they're going to create a subcommittee
Okay.
to plan it out for next year.
yeah.
Okay, it's for next year.
And start in January to make sure that they're not starting that late again for holiday. But it would not just be holiday, it would be the entire year.
Yeah, I was wondering about that. And then with the Explore St. Louis people, the weather was a little shaky for that, but it was neat to see people coming in.
So like
Saw
that.
you just, we opened Madrina just to let people come in and see it.
Oh,
They
nice.
Look around, see the menu.
Nice.
Before their lunch at Llewellyn's. I think Story 7 was open.
Where we
behind the
presented,
scenes.
Yeah.
we
Sneak
let
peek.
it in. Yeah.
Oh, you did let them in?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, good.
To see Santa workshop in
They were
action.
like, why is there paper on?
We were packed inside. I mean, I saw you out there. There were a lot of people there.
It was a good day.
Did we have any feedback from them?
Yes, I got a couple of emails from the people that were ushering them around
Mhm.
that are in charge. And they were so appreciative of how they were treated by the businesses that they did go to talk to,
Mhm.
that they just didn't stop talking about it.
Yeah.
Good.
And one of the comments that was that they feel connected to Webster Groves, which of course bodes well for whenever they talk to somebody that wants to know where to go. Yeah, it was a good day.
Mhm.
And they really, it was interesting how they, that, I just didn't think anything of it, that Laura would come and talk and Jamie, the council member, and they were surprised that the mayor and the council member were there. And I was like, no, that's normal for here.
Right.
So,
Excellent. Any upcoming events that we need to know about?
it's for the city?
Mhm.
Sure. The two organizations, Old Webster and one from Crossroads too. So Old Webster has an event on the 6th of December. No, I'm starting with Old Webster,
Oh,
which is called Pop Into Shops, and it's just anybody that wants to participate has one of their vendors or whoever. It's up to them. Then the following Saturday is Sweets and Treats. Also, again, whoever wants to. It's very low key and very fluid. No map or anything like that. And on the 4th of December is Girls Night Out. That's all Old Webster. In Old Orchard, kicking off on Black Friday, they're having a Where's the Elf scavenger hunt kind of thing, kind of a play on Where's Waldo.
Mhm.
And there's like 20 plus businesses that are participating. They put a passport, stamp card, whatever you call it, inserted in the Webster Kirkwood Times last week.
Mhm.
And then all the participating businesses had. So from Black Friday until the 6th of December is when it is. And if you get bingo, you can put your card in to win an Old Orchard gift basket. And they draw the winner on December 6th, which is their big festival day where Santa Claus will be in the gazebo. We'll have a couple of holiday performances, and Pam Bliss will flip the switch and light up Tillis Park. Although I have to find the switch because the white parts are not down there. It's been down there all year and now they're not there, so I don't know. They've just been sitting by the elevator in the ground floor all year, and now this morning they weren't there.
Yeah, well, that carpet was down there, so I think they took it away with the carpet.
Yeah, who knows? I don't know. I have to track it down. And then Crossroads just sent me an email yesterday trying to organize a Christmas walk in their district on the 13th of, which is another Saturday.
Mhm.
Because they have a lot more retail and restaurants now than they used to.
Mhm.
So there's actually quite a bit going on.
That's great.
I know there's I haven't seen, but Julie Tristram was supposed to have been walking around to like 9 of the businesses in Webster doing a video.
Came in.
She did. Old Orchard is going to have another one. Alexis Soto is going to be doing, she's been doing a shop in a neighborhood every Friday. She's going to do, I think this Friday or next Friday, I'm not sure.
She doing Webster or
Just Old Orchard. And she came to us.
Mhm.
Always like that.
Yeah.
It's a very good thing. Excellent. All right. Anything else on BDC? Questions for Tim or Fran? Moving on, city updates.
All right, I do have two. Uh, The council is creating a storm water management advisory council commission. And so we're still looking for volunteers for that. We prefer that they have some type of background in stormwater. We'll be replacing, I know the culvert at Elm and Brentwood is going to be the first. So that commission will review the plans and then make a recommendation to the council. I think we have two solid applications.
Question. When is the culvert being replaced at Elm in Brentwood? No, it's in conjunction with the MSD.
They were trying not to tear up stuff that we already just put down.
Yeah.
So I know the Greenway and MSD, they're working in conjunction. And I think Scott answered this question last meeting, that we're gonna try to get the culvert in there as well, so we don't have to pave it over twice.
Now, will that result in Elm being closed at all?
From what I understand, very little. Yeah, so because the Greenway, last I heard that the median that's in the middle of the road, that's coming up and out. I don't think it'll go back. If it does, it's gonna go back with the Prairie Garden, whatever, which is what they call them. So it will be some inconvenience there, but hopefully it won't be long.
Waiting for the people to ask questions, so.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
I just,
There'll be the people that say nobody told me about this neither, so. But, yeah, so I was glad to see, especially the Greenway and MSD working together. So they just tear up the streets once.
So is the Greenway a done deal?
Done?
Well, I mean, I know I've been to a couple of the meetings with them, and of course, there's always a couple people who are very against anything. And I was just wondering.
There has not been a formal vote, but we've been talking about the Greenway, last 5-6 years.
Right.
So, but, the section of the Greenway, on, I guess it's Kirkham Pass, Elm, isn't it?
Yeah.
Kirkham. That wasn't scheduled until maybe about a year and a half. In the future.
Okay.
But since MSD is gonna be tearing up the street anyway, they
Right.
did get together to,
Sure.
do that. So it'll be from Elm, I think, to Rock Hill Road.
Right. Okay.
And then have to start thinking about how they're gonna connect the Elm and Brentwood to Lorraine Davis Park.
Right.
Yeah, so, and I know they have several options that they're looking at, so don't know which way they're gonna go with it, because either they continue down back street, whatever the next street is off Elm, they're gonna move into a neighborhood. And then if not, which I doubt if they do, because nobody want that passing their house, that much.
Right.
And then the other item they're looking at, other direction, is looking at Lorraine Davis crossing, going west on not Big Ben, Brentwood, and going in front of the school district's warehouse.
Okay.
Yeah, the only other place is going in front of my church, and I know that's not gonna happen.
Mhm.
So it's gonna be across the street, so. Everything they're doing is gonna be like a year and a half, 2 years out. So somewhere along the line, they're gonna go from Lorraine Davis up to Tilly's Park. Then from Rock Hill Road, what is it, Larson Connect Park? Yeah.
Mhm.
So they're preparing.
Right.
So, and then we have, they're gonna gift the city the land where the old McDonald's used to be on
Big Ben.
Big Ben, the Big Ben,
Mhm.
yeah, Big Ben. Right off of by
Is that
Deer
still,
Creek.
is it still Russian?
Yeah.
Well-
Well, it's
Half of
it-
McDonald's was split down the middle.
Huh?
McDonald's was split down the middle, so Maplewood donated.
Was donated.
all that into it.
Maybe, you can have it.
Right. Yeah. We don't want it. You
Well,
can.
it's yours.
Yeah, so, but I would say this then, and I sat in on a meeting maybe about a month ago with all the options that they're considering, so.
Okay.
But anything that they bring back, they'll have a final, and then the city is gonna promote it.
Right.
To come give your opinion on it, so. Creating a greenway, is just making us more walkable as a community, so.
I'm 100% for it.
Yeah, there will be some, that.
All right.
That's
Also, then in our last city council meeting, since May, the city has been looking at other ways for revenue generating. And there was 3 options that was posed to us, and the 2 that the city staff is going to continue looking at is fire protection sales tax. It goes strictly for fire department to, Cause we buying fire trucks, more equipment, whatever, but that goes straight to the fire department. We have a current tax that goes straight to the fire department, so we're looking to increase that. With the trying to put this politically correct. In another year and a half, we're gonna be right back negotiating with the fire department with their union.
Mhm.
And you know it's gonna cost the city more money, they're gonna ask for money. So we're looking to get information on how much that we might want to charge. Not charge, but increase that fire protection tax. It's
That's a sales tax.
that's no,
No?
not that one.
Okay.
That's the tax that we pay,
Okay.
the citizens pay. Yes, I think it is on the state. Yes, yes. So we're just looking ahead. If you remember correctly, when we negotiated about, was it like 2 years ago now, I guess? You know, we're trying to relieve pressure on the general fund. The general fund would like for that to go straight to benefits for the city, you know, more infrastructure for to do different projects. And that would be the second tax we'll talk about is that it's the economic development sales tax. Now that's something new that we're going to look at as well. The difference in that in the economic district sales tax, there's actually a board that will be convened, 3 members appointed to the city, by the city, 1 member appointed by the school district, and 1 member appointed by the council. And it's advisory board only, but they'll hold public hearings, discuss projects, and you know, and look at the designations of how that money is used and make recommendations to the council. Now, the difference in that is that at least 20% of revenue must be used for projects directly related to long-term economic development, preparation, including the following. It can be acquisition of land, infrastructure, water, waste, water, streets, sidewalks, stormwater management, all those type of projects. And then the remaining amount can be for marketing, grant and low interest loan programs for job training, equipment acquisition, site development, infrastructure, and legal and accounting expenses directly associated with the development. So, any initiative that would attract people, businesses, and or investments leading to economic development growth, smart technology, holiday displays, landscaping, and the city other beautification projects. And then the other 25% of revenue can be used for administrative purposes, including staff and facility costs. So that'll be something new for the city. And that's once again to relieve pressure off of the general fund and to hopefully attract businesses to Webster, you know, if they're able to get some assistance. So we're going to vote on that. Regardless of what you read in the paper this past week, we have not set any rates. I don't know where they got their rates and their money and their amounts for. It was just completely wrong. I was hoping Rand to be here so you can hear that because it was just wrong. I started getting calls. But how can the city approve these rates? We ain't approved nothing. You know, it hasn't even been promoted as far as what the administration is going to recommend to the council. So we'll be looking at all that at our December 2nd meetings.
Now, what is he? Was it? And I'm getting my information from the newspapers. Something going on, but is there a target for a vote on this?
We will
to
go
the public when
in the April
it'll be-
election. Yeah, you'll probably see two items on the budget about the economic development and firefighters.
Okay.
So
So I had 2 questions. One was the vote, so that answers that one. The second is if the economic development tax is passed,
Mhm.
can the boards and commissions request funds from that to increase our budgets?
Too early to.
Okay. I want to go on the record as asking
Yeah.
now.
It was three options, and we would pick these two.
Right.
So the city manager and her crew is going to come back with recommendations of what to ask. So, but if we don't approve them, we'll be back where we were 5 years ago. So we'll be moving money out of the reserves to take care of everyday expenses. The past administration, their ideal balance in the budget is, if my budget is $1,000 and I spend $1,200, I take $200 from the reserve and put it there. Now we're balanced. And that's not how it works. We should not spend no more than we have coming in. So, although we
Well, but you do have reserves. I mean, no different than we have reserve. I mean, for our parking signs, or you know what I'm saying? I mean, I understand what you're saying as well. I mean,
Mhm.
you have to create a budget to follow the budget,
Yes,
but you have reserves there too.
but they've been doing that for the last 13 years.
I understand what you're saying. No, we're going through the same thing in ours.
Yeah.
We know.
We have reserves to make more money.
Right.
Yeah, so hopefully that, and and we did pass a new ordinance, I guess maybe about 3 months ago, I believe now, that we were keeping our reserve so high. It was like 65 or 70% of the city, I think 70 or 65% of the city's expenses. Well, we don't need that much. We're even, I think when we remove money from the reserves and put it into a special general ledger account. And that money should be used for services for the city, for things that we need to get done. So it's not that we're going to willy-nilly waste it, but just that I think by law we have to have 90 days of reserves. We're probably, I think, about 6 or 7 months. So we're still good,
Right. Oh,
So, yeah. So, yeah, but reserves are there. And, what happens if we have something like St. Louis City did with the tornadoes? We gotta set up operations all over again,
Right.
relocate the fire department, the police department, all this staff and things of that nature. And it's the last thing that at least I want to do is to say, well, we don't have any money to do that.
Right.
That's what the reserves are for, right? So. But more information coming out. I'm excited about the economic development tax because that's, I think, that's something individuals shopping in Webster, they'll get that taxed. So that'll be something we'll project and try to use for future growth. And I'll say this, like I said about the Douglas Dam, what was that last project?
Douglas Hill,
Douglas Hill, whatever.
whatever that project is.
Yeah, that we've got to start bringing different kind of revenue into the city. We don't have a solid, hard business district, bring in money like Kirkwood is doing.
Right.
We don't have it.
Right.
And then if we don't prove some type of revenue options, people are not going to like what comes next. Our heaviest expenses, people. And we do want to invest in our people, and don't want to pay, especially our firemen, our policemen, pay them the lowest, and don't want to pay them the best. We just want to make sure they get a fair, equal wage, and benefits. So, like I said about the Douglas Hill, whatever it was, they're not going to like it. And then we went to start laying people off. They complain.
Right.
You can't have it both ways.
Right.
Why don't you do this? Why don't you do that? We just don't have it. So
The city does, they do get sales tax revenue from a sharing pool, right? I
Mhm.
mean, it's not just businesses.
Right.
So I mean, like the county realizes that we have a ton of not-for-profits that take up a ton of land and, you know, the whole county uses those systems and that's why that system's in place, correct?
Right.
Okay.
And hopefully the county would do what we did, is that sales tax pool,
Mhm.
you know, so we can, get a portion of theirs.
Right.
Yeah,
right.
and so hopefully they'll get it, so.
Mhm.
But, you know, they trying to buy a brand new building because their building is going to pop, you know, over there in Clayton, so. But,
Do you know if the not-for-profits contribute to police and fire?
not for profits.
Well, like all of your not-for-profit
Churches.
buildings, churches, retirement communities,
Webster University.
universities, so they don't contribute to police fire at all.
They're not for profit. I think we have more churches per capita than any municipality around us. We have a lot of churches now, so. But, yeah. So we've got to just increase. And the thing about it is, you know, if we did have some businesses, where would we live? Our land is tight. But the school district bought the last piece of land available at the warehouse there at the service center.
Mhm.
About, I guess about 15 or 20 years ago, I can't remember.
Yeah.
And, we snatched, I was on the board of education then, it was snatched that up like quick. Cause the owner didn't want to sell it. He wanted $13 million for it. I think it was 12 or $13 million for it. And, by the time we finished, we got like 900,000.
Nice.
Yeah, so we got a lot of,
Serious negotiating.
well, I knew a couple of guys. I was pushing it because, like I said, if we didn't get it, somebody else was going to do it and tear it down. And they got a lot of space in there for meetings, rooms, storage and stuff like that. So, but anyhow, so my two things: Storm Water Management Advisory Commission. Just if you know anybody with that expertise. That'd be great for that, and two tax incentives that we'll probably put forth. I'm sure we're gonna make a decision probably about maybe the second board meeting in December. And we gotta have it approved and the ballot ready so it can go on by April. Any questions on that? Those two items, that's sure we're gonna get a lot of questions. Raising taxes again, what?
We're just trying to be the first, the highest. That's it, right?
No, actually, oh no, it's right here. Actually, our city base rate for sales tax is 1.5%. Brentwood is 2%. Glendale, much smaller than Webster's, 1.5%. Kirkwood and 1.5%. Maplewood is 1.75%. And all those municipalities besides Kirkwood is much smaller than we are. But Kirkwood got a huge business base that they go wide. We're just talking to an elected official from Kirkwood about 3 weeks ago. And they just every time they stood around, they're building something that's going to bring in taxes. So yeah, so and like I said, we're not the lowest and we're not the highest, but I don't think we've increased our tax rate in many years. Things have just changed. Brentwood, like I said, them at 2%. They a couple of guys over there on their council, it's just that they don't have anything. So they just have to rely on their residents to bring in revenue for them. So, but we're looking forward to that, see how it goes out.
Very good. Look forward to hearing more.
Yep.
All right. Moving on. Our next, any other comments?
Didn't know if there was a police. update.
Police update, eventually on the agenda, but all is well in Sydney.
All is well.
All right, very good. Everybody's following the 2-hour parking rules, right?
Yeah.
Thank you, appreciate
Everybody's
it.
following all the rules.
All the rules.
Yeah, I
Very good.
would mention that. I'm trying to think if this is a closed session or not.
That is.
I don't
see
know, I'm gonna
it.
say it anyway. The garage parking. There's significant repairs that's needed in that garage. And I think it came up to, don't quote me on this. I think it was somewhere about 1.5, 1.6 million.
Didn't they just repair the
Yeah, I
thing?
thought there was
I think they resurfaced it.
They dug way deep and did
They
pylons.
did some repairs.
They did.
So,
But that's it's gonna be
more to come.
more to come, because I just not say.
Those things, what's the cost? But we'll get to this later.
Cost per spot?
No cost for a new garage.
A lot.
Right.
A lot.
Because the transportation taxation district could technically, we'll get to that later.
Good, that's the third option that we looked at.
Because there's still one now.
Hmm?
There's still a taxation district.
In Webster,
Yeah,
okay, I think we were looking to expand it.
okay.
That was one of the options, so we didn't go that route. But, if you want to kind of
We'll check.
leave that one out for, they can go on the
April
April
ballot?
ballot too.
Okay, all right. Our next meeting, January 27th, 8 a.m. sharp. Just saying. Set your alarm more than 5 minutes before 8. It'll be
Election day.
January 27th. And right, election day, we're gonna start our budget talks and all kinds of other stuff. Thank you all for your time this morning.
Happy
This
holidays.
meeting is adjourned.